In 2019, I went to Cirque Du Soleil.
Ooh.
And in today's video, I'm going to show you my girlfriend Joanna unseen footage that the internet has never seen before.
Oh.
But genuinely, Joanna hasn't seen. So when I was at Cirque, I went to go and do a parallel bars act. But whilst I was there, I had to learn to sing, dance, and to perform. So today, hopefully...
Are you nervous to show me?
Not now, no, because now I make stupid TikToks for a living. The show that I was a part of was called Under the Same Sky. Because of COVID, they sent everybody home. They axed the parallel bar act, and now it's actually a show called Echo. So the overall arc, timeline, storyboard of this show was all about starting as animals and evolving into humans who ultimately then destroy the world because of consumerism and ordering stuff online, which ultimately then collapsed humankind and then we de-evolved back into animals. So the start of the show was me being an animal running around this cube, so they're firing on images, and then what happened was, I'll show you in a minute, was that we was running sideways across these images as the animals. Look how bald my head is there, look. So this was a test run, so they were watching like where we run, because what they wanted us to do was run on land.
Are you on your side there, or are you on the floor?
We're on our sides, because we're hanging vertically there, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
So here, see there's like mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
So they were trying to figure out there that we'd be running as animals on the land, and then we'd jump off of the wall to move up, and we'd jump over water.
Oh,
so the
that's
idea
sick.
is that they were trying to work out a path or a route where we'd be running on land and we'd better run and jump over. I don't know what it's going to be.
Whoa.
So-
Captain America top.
Yeah.
In full force.
So if you look here, the cube's rotating around all the time, and we're obviously hanging from the same spot.
And those like G1.
Yeah.
What do they represent?
So later in the show, it's all about, it starts as one big cube together.
Right.
Then throughout the show, those boxes get thrown out or passed out, and eventually you'll better see in a bit that it's an open cube. And obviously, as I'm getting to this point here, the corner's coming out, so
Yeah.
I need to then manipulate and get over the corner without the wire getting caught.
Sick.
So you have to sort of like wait a little bit and then go. So there's technicians on the side that was
That is
taking
so
us
cool.
up and down. So we had to choreograph it so that when we was at a certain point of the rotation of the cube, we'd jump and they'd bring us up over the stuff. So we're working on like running and joining and turning away.
That's so sick. That is really cool. Had you finished the show before you came home for?
No, so we got to a point where we went downtown and we were like rehearsing under the big top. However, the final thing wasn't ready yet. I think we were still like 1 or 2 months off having a
Opening
full
night.
show, yeah.
Did you have like an opening night date?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. This was the big start, jump onto it. And this is the same day, I don't think we'll somersault here. So like here, we were meant to always be walking.
Right.
Because the projectors would always be showing something moving
Moving.
across. I want you to see me somersaulting.
Cool. That is so cool. When you were at Cirque, were you just like you are here? Were you the first person to pick everything up?
Well, not really, because obviously everybody there is a really good gymnast / athlete, acrobat. But I was lucky enough because there's only 6 wires on this. I had to be like the top 6 in the whole troupe to like sort of get a spot on doing that.
So you were.
Opening act.
So you
So
were.
like lucky enough, I mean I don't want to show off right, but me and Kevin rocked it.
Did you?
I don't know if I've got like towards the end footage of us doing it, but we were doing like double somersaults, and like Kevin had come up behind, grabbed me, and then we'd somersault together off of the cube, and we'd double
I
somersault
want to see it.
over the corners.
Find it.
These were the early days when we were trying to work on moving like animals. Alright, so when I was at Cirque, Joanna turned me into a TikTok dancing star. So you gotta remember that this stuff is before that. So like I'd never danced in my life. And similar to the ropes, because I'd pick up the dances and the steps and the count quicker than other people, I was like always
They put you in.
always put me in the front, always put me in, or do you know what I mean? Because they knew that I'd pick up the steps and do it.
Come on then, show me some. Show me some Ashley dance. I love it, babe. Nice. God, I bet you were knackered.
Yeah. Because there, for that, we were actually in boxes.
Right.
So we had boxes through us, so all we could see was like a slit in the front. Because the two guys in the middle, who were like the comedians of the show, they did this act where they balanced boxes really high.
Right.
So we were like, eventually we ran out of the cube with them, and we were like little boxes running around and doing this. So when you're watching that, we were being really like footy, because that's all you could see. 1, 2. I still remember this music.
2-step. You don't look to be giving it 100%, Ashley.
Got shuffling.
Let's go. This is so funny. You're wearing your Cirque shoes there?
Yeah.
Wow. That is so cool. You are so good. Did you enjoy doing that sort of stuff?
It were quite fun actually.
So did you go into like the studio for like a couple of hours and like work on something like that?
Throughout the shows, obviously like segments, isn't there? So like that was part of the jugglers, the boxes act that me and the rest of those guys were part of. I'd have the straps bit in the morning for 2 hours, then I'd have a 3-hour break, and then I'd have an hour and a half of boxes, and then I got to go back and then straight into the next session is gymnastics. I mean, it was pretty cool.
Do they have anyone that are not acrobats in Cirque? Do they have anyone that are just like part of the chorus?
From my understanding, with talking to the people that were in the show that have done Cirque before, this was the first show that was pure like acrobats doing all of the dances as well.
So I could be in another Cirque show if I want.
You could be, yeah. I think we now jump in and show some of the cube, I think.
Alright. Wow. Sick.
So you see them falling down?
Yeah.
That's all projectors.
So they're not actually
So
falling?
they're not cubes dropping down.
Oh
they're
yeah,
the
it's projectors. I can tell now, yeah.
So there's a certain ones where see how
Pop out,
the
yeah.
two people coming out of the sides there. I'm in a red t-shirt there, getting my box.
Yeah. That's cool. So only those ones that were marked on that previous video are the ones that come out?
I believe so, yeah.
Cool.
And the rest have to be taken out from behind.
There he is.
So there's technicians inside the box at all times.
What happens now?
So we're working on it out, so we're going into a routine now.
That's Nathan in the middle.
Yeah, you know it.
I recognise that from a mile off.
He loves a good box split, doesn't he?
This is really cool, isn't it?
So I guess this is the part of Cirque that people don't see. This is like the raw nuts and bolts of us trying to figure out a routine and people not knowing the counts and
Oh, here he is.
front and centre. Front and centre up there doing his bit, boy.
Would you go back to Cirque if I was going to be in it too?
If you're going to do a Cirque show? Maybe. It don't appeal to me anymore, I don't think.
What bit doesn't appeal to you? Do you not watch that and think, oh my god, like I want to do that again?
It was really fun. It was awesome. I'm a bit gutted that we didn't actually get to do any shows. Grateful for the experience. So lean on from that, see how we're all sat in the boxes. So I think this is the
box dance.
This is like the box dance or a version of it at the time.
Yeah. Cool. You remember your counts so well. Do you want to be on my cheerleading team? You're so good. That is cool. That is really cool. I want to learn that.
We could learn that on the red block. You get some red blocks and teach you that. Would you like to see some of the parallel bar act?
Yes!
Okay, so this is like the very end of the show. So like I sort of opened the show dressed as a bull doing all that stuff. And then at the end of the show was like this parallel bar act.
So you have to wait the whole show to do your big number?
Yeah, I think so. But obviously like
But then you were involved in so much of the show that you were knackered
Yeah.
by the time you got to your act. I could do that.
You see here like the cube's coming back up stage.
Yeah.
It's going to come to the centre. Here he is.
Here he is!
Did like a
Under summit.
Did like a somersault dismount
That's
there.
so high as well, isn't it? Those P-bars.
But there's P-bars all around the outside.
Cool.
So then the people doing the stuff on the outside as the guys in the middle doing like synchro in the middle.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And now the cube's rotating now.
So were you going to have chalk in the cube for the act?
So obviously we're still working all that out because the bars need to be chalked up and souped for us to do under bar stuff, and we needed chalk, so there was still.
That's cool.
See how they jumped all across all bars.
That's cool. Cool.
How cool is that?
That is so
They're
cool.
up there now. Look. You see how like not ready it was.
Yeah, but you know what? That sort of stuff that you're doing is just so easy for you.
Yeah.
Like, but it looks so effective.
Yeah. I just feel like if I went back now and did all that again, it would be a bit more creative. I feel like I'm more creative now. So if we was to go back to do that again,
You've not actually done loads, have you? But I guess did you do like the bigger, harder skills? So
Yeah.
they didn't give you as much time on the P-bars because
Yeah.
you were doing more difficult stuff.
Yeah, this is really early on the show.
So the outside ones, they don't look like wooden bars, and they're like
Yeah, so they're
straps.
so they're metal.
Right.
But see how long they are.
Yeah.
I think they weren't even the final set of bars that we were going to be using.
Right.
They were still working out what they'd be, and obviously they need to be attached and unattached in the corners and
Yeah.
be safe. And that was the worst one. They all did damage off.
No way.
Look how high it was.
So your big moment was at the start.
So the big start, and then we were sort of still figuring this out at the end. It was almost like trying to all be connected together.
Okay.
So we're working our way of basically like they're almost like scaffolding poles, and
Yeah.
we sort of all connecting and whatnot. And then randomly in it, we just had this big party. So part of the training was they were trying to figure out a way of, that's me,
Oh yeah.
of figuring out a way of obviously the consumer and just like buying and all that stuff, and there's been really too much. Just like when it caused chaos, you're like just gonna have all these props, so when you all just go mental.
Throw them.
It's like
everywhere.
3, 2, 1, and go, go mental, kick everything, run around, whatever.
Look at you.
I was just so not who I was then. I'd never done anything like that before, and it's almost like you're on this stage, everyone's watching, sort of trying to figure it out. There's loads of technicians everywhere. And it's like, okay, now basically go like a full throw around, dress up, and go for it.
Did you
and
feel
all that.
uncomfortable?
But it's one of those things where like you have to do it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's almost like you're not pressured into it, but it's like you have to do it. There's no other option. I couldn't have just stood there going, oh no, I don't want to do this. You want to see me being all artistic?
Yeah.
So imagine we're all like in animal heads here.
Great. You look like you really belong in that world.
I just went for it, didn't I?
You don't look out of place though at all. Like, you look like you belong there. It's awesome.
I'm a true introvert, but I tend to just do extroverted things, and I don't know why. Like now I'm a YouTuber. What am I doing?
The thing is, this sort of stuff, if we like put you in Rotherham in the middle of the floor tomorrow and said, Ash, do that, we would our pants laughing at you. But it looks in place there.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Alright,
It's
well,
so
I mean,
sick.
that's
I wish we could have come and watched you.
I know, I wish I would have performed.
Oh.
Because even my mum and dad bought tickets to the first show, and then I told them what side I would be on with my doing the acrobatics, so they were going to try and get that side. There's bits where I could jump out and reach the audience, so I would have seen them. I mean, it would have been so sick. It's such a shame. Well, there you have it. That is the unseen footage of Ash Watson at Cirque Du Soleil. It's a shame that we didn't get to compete.
Cirque Du Soleil.
Cirque Du Soleil. It's a shame that we didn't get to perform the show, but I still have the memories and the experience. Maybe one day, you never know, me and Joanna might start our very own circus show. I love it more than life itself. Goodbye.